So there will be interruptions, that's inevitable. See you next week. Namaste. Hello and welcome, day 12. I cannot believe we're here already. Hope you're still feeling really good. Today is all about the lower body, so giving our legs some love today. So mostly we're just stretching them out. Now, sometimes it feels like when we set time aside to do exercise, it has to be intense. And it's really not the case. I often find, even if I'm not getting my own 10 minutes on my mat, it's just on my lounge room floor, in the backyard, playing with my kids on the floor. If I can give my legs a little bit of stretching, I notice my back feels a lot freer by the end of the day. So I really want to encourage you to see playtime on the floor as an opportunity to sometimes stretch out that lower body and give it some love. So let's start with our legs quite wide. So take them as wide as you can. Now you might like to sit up on a bolster or a block just to tip that pelvis forward slightly. Otherwise, we can sometimes find that it rounds back, which then rounds through the back, and we don't have that nice straight back. So sit up on a block if you need. So all I want you to do is press the thighs into the floor and draw the toes back towards you. So you may be able to hold onto the calves. You may be able to creep forward slightly, inching those fingers towards the feet. You might be working with belts around the feet or straps or scarves or whatever you've got lying around at home. And just breathe in, feel like the heart is lifting up. If you've got more movement and more stretch in you, you could exhale, leaning forward a little bit further, so increasing the stretch through the inner thigh, but you don't have to. So just stay here and breathe. So you could totally do this whilst playing with Lego, playing with cars, drawing, whatever it is you do with your kids. And then let's just take a stretch for the side body as well. Inhale the arm over in the direction of the leg. So try and glue this hip down, the sit bone down, so that you can create length in this side. Inhale over to the opposite side. And come all the way back up. So let's take both legs in together for a forward fold. So I'm just going to turn this way on my mat. So again, up on the block if you need. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. So you might not be able to reach the toes yet. You might still be on the shins. You could work with a strap. And just inhale, lift through heart. Exhale, fold from the hips. So stretching out the hamstrings often helps with lower back issues. I know for me, my pelvis was an issue during pregnancy and it still, at 10 months later, hasn't quite recovered. So I find that if I don't take the time to stretch out the legs, especially after some really strong power flow classes, that my lower back starts to ache. And then let's inhale and take the right leg up and over and plant the side of the foot down on the floor. Inhale the arms up once more to lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, fold forward. So suddenly my calf is getting a beautiful stretch. I hope yours is too. And then inhale back up. Let's take a moment to twist it out. So exhale the arm down, elbow into thigh, go over that back shoulder. So twists are a really easy one to do on the floor as well. If you don't have time to make it to your mat, you still have time to do a few poses just in your day. So other leg up and over. Inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, turn it into the twist. So as you sit here, see if you can keep it active by inhaling, lengthening through the spine. So all these muscles lift up as you lengthen. And then as you exhale, press the arm in, twist a little bit further. Exhale back to the front. Take the hands behind you, feet come onto the floor, and then inhale the hips up into our reverse tabletop. So if it's comfortable for you, you can let the head and neck sink behind you. So keep pressing the floor away, standing strongly into those legs, and then exhale, lower down. This time, take one leg in front of you, inhale up, exhale, fold. So now that we've only got one leg, you could probably come a little bit further. So find that edge, find that point at which it feels a little bit uncomfortable and gently press into it. Inhale, rising back up. So this time, plant the sole of this foot down onto the floor and lift up, drawing the other toes towards the earth. Exhale, lower down. So swapping sides this time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. So see if you can stay with your breath, finding that edge, gently pressing on it, using the breath to breathe any of that uncomfortable feeling away. And then inhale, coming back up, hands behind you, plant the sole of the foot, press into the floor. Exhale, lower down. So both legs again, inhale, rise, exhale, fold. You might have a little bit more movement now that we've stretched out each leg individually and focused on the calves as well. And then inhale back up. This time, hands behind you. You can support with one leg if it's too strong, or press the toes towards the floor, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Draw the feet in together, and maybe your knees sit high, in which case just press them down towards the earth, or perhaps they already fall naturally there, in which case inhale, lift the chest, exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, rising back up. I'm just going to turn back to face you, stay exactly where you are. Let's take one leg up onto the other thigh. So flex this foot. Now, this might be where you stay. If this is too intense, just feel free to cross the ankles over. You may also be able to wrap that bottom leg up and find a lotus. If that's not for you today, just stay with the half variation or just the cross leg. Totally up to you. And then the leg that we put on over first, we're going to inhale and exhale, lean over in that direction. So we're feeling quite a strong stretch through this hip. So see if you can release through that upper back. Still drawing down with this sit bone so that we're not rolling to the side and we're feeling it strongly through the hips. Again, if you're in lotus and it's too intense to come forward, feel free to stay sitting upright. So let's change the legs over. A bit of brain yoga. You have to think, I put this leg on top, which means this knee was on top first. So when I change it over, this leg has to come up first. I always get confused. Basically, you always go for the most comfortable side first. So think about which one feels comfortable and go the opposite way. So again, let's inhale. This time we're twisting over to the other side. Exhale, release down. And inhale, coming back up. So I often like to finish in hero pose, mostly because it's a beautiful quad stretch, also opens up through the back. So I can sit comfortably between my feet, but many people, the quads are too tight to do this. So grab a block or a cushion or something and sit up on a cushion. It makes it a lot easier. And then we just bring the hands behind, take the chest back. So you may need to stay up on the hands, or you may be able to come down to the forearms, or you may be able to release the back all the way down. And just like in our reverse tabletop, we can let the head and neck sink. And then exhale, slowly rise. Use the hands to support you. Coming all the way back up. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's practice. It was a fairly easy sort of flow on the ground. I hope your legs are feeling really good after that little bit of love that we gave them. And I hope that it shows you that even if you can't make it onto your actual yoga mat, that if you're on the floor with the kids, maybe even at the park while they're playing, you can still get some yoga in. It doesn't always have to look like a full yoga practice where the entire body is used. We can take these short snippets of time and include them in our day to make ourselves feel better. Namaste from me. I'll see you tomorrow.